The share.
Okay,
right?
we're good. Yep, I gotta share.
Yeah, we're doing our podcast and a live at the same time. So if you, it's Sunday, but the podcast goes out on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. All right. Okay. It's the first time. It's my first time.
Actually, it's our second time.
I know.
Oh, we got 12 people. Hey, everybody.
12 people.
Ian's, yeah, 14. Oh, hey,
Hello,
Ian's
friends.
back. Ian's back. He's back for another round.
Right.
Oh, actually, I can see him. We put a tripod and pushed it back so everyone can actually see us. Since last time you could only see like a corner of my eye and a corner of your eye at
Right.
times. So hopefully you can see us a little better, and I can kind of read that pretty good. How about you, partner, Miss Jessie?
I can read it.
Okay, we're good. And we have a great topic today. Which, this is all you. You're leading the pack on this
I'm
one.
leading it.
You're leading. So our quiet one, who supposedly told me she was going to be real quiet, is leading the pack. So okay, so what's our topic for today?
Our topic is, oh my god, TV and movie fan conspiracies. So basically, like, fans come up with all these conspiracies on different TV shows and movies, and selected a couple of them, and
All right.
we're gonna talk about it.
All right.
You wanna?
First of all, we
talk
have a
about your
question.
week or whatever?
We have a question right here. This is, where did you get the sign?
It was a gift.
This is your house, so
Yeah.
this is your sign.
Yeah, it was a gift for my oh my god, for my wedding.
Oh,
It was a wedding gift.
it was a wedding gift.
Yeah.
That is sweet. Well, you guys got engaged in Disney.
We
You guys,
did.
you
In front
have
of the
a
castle.
Disney theme, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's your favorite princess, real quick?
Princess Ariel.
Okay. Ariel's favorite.
Disney movie Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Tarzan. Phil
Okay.
Collins. Don't get me
Okay.
started.
All right. Okay. No. Tarzan's fine with me.
You gotta, like, get in there.
No, that's
You're
fine.
like half your head.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm here.
Okay, you can't look at these.
Okay. Yeah. I can't look. I have to. The trick was she's leading the pack, so she's gonna talk about it and give me these things, and I'm supposed to like absorb it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So here's the trick. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead now. So what's the first conspiracy?
So the first show is Scooby Doo.
All right.
Do you know this one yet?
No, I don't know.
So.
Oh, I know Scooby Doo. Wait a minute, I know
well,
Scooby Doo.
Yeah. If you don't know Scooby Doo, you're living under a rock.
I live under a rock.
Okay.
Clearly.
So Scooby Doo is. I got all these off the internet, by the way, and I kind of copied and pasted, but I'm gonna like make it my.
Okay, make
My
it your own. Yep.
So basically, the show is. The kids are. It's during it says the Vietnam War.
Okay.
So
Well.
they're trying to escape the draft.
Okay.
So it says the cartoon mystery Scooby Doo never really explained why the ragtag group of four dissimilar teenagers decide to travel in a van to no known destination.
Okay.
The
Well,
show-
it was made in the late 60s, so you're
1969.
you're in that
Yeah.
you're in that category, so that's
Yep.
not too outrageous. All right.
So the gang was driving to Canada to escape the draft, and the theory is that Fred was drafted, and
Okay.
he wanted to run away with his fiancée Daphne,
Okay.
and then Shaggy and Velma also joined them as they opposed the war as well.
Okay.
So they all like wanted to escape it.
So where
That's
does
why
the
they
where does the ghost get involved though? It just kind of falls into this way.
Well, I read another one where it was like
I like the one where I read.
they're all dead, and
Oh,
they're like
I-
ghosts themselves.
Oh, I actually like the one where unfortunately it's like they're all high and they're all like in the 60s,
sure.
like they're all tripping, and
Right.
what they're not really doing what they think they're doing. They're just going to abandoned houses and stuff, and like going on these crazy, because it was the 60s and people did that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I've heard, but I don't know, escaping the draft. But wouldn't they have to leave the country though? So would they
Well, they're
keep
going to
driving?
Canada.
Yeah, but it's Scooby Doo's a long show. Like it went on.
They could never got to Canada. They're too high to get to Canada.
They couldn't find their way. Like there's no GPS, so clearly they're not going straight. They're just going like the zigzags.
Yeah.
So they started in Florida. No, Texas. There you go. Started in Texas.
Yeah.
So it can
They
last.
have to like go through every little thing. They're escaping every
Okay.
chance
All
they
right.
could get.
All right. I
I
can.
think that was a bit of a stretch.
I think that is. I don't think I could buy the whole. They're trying to run from the government. I'd be better if the police were after him. That's like if you want to kind of like connect the two, Supernatural. I just finished watching that, and that kind of connects where they get themselves in trouble. The police are following them. You can almost have that, even though
Yeah.
it really.
But they were saving the world, so I guess the police want to be after them.
Well, they don't know that.
What do you mean they don't know that?
People
But
don't
we're
know.
talking about Scooby-Doo right
Oh,
now.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
They don't know that because they're not dealing with real ghosts. They're dealing with people dressed up like ghosts to try to scam for money.
Mm-hmm. But
You do know Scooby-Doo has
I
no
do.
real ghost in
No,
it.
I know
It's
that.
always the banker, the butler, something
Yeah.
dressed up like a ghost.
no, I know that. But you're saying that like the police would be on their side.
No, they wouldn't be. They would be after them because they are dodgers.
But don't you think they would have caught them if the police were after them?
That's what I'm saying. The story does them trying to run from the government doesn't make sense because
Right.
the FBI is not after them and the cops never stop them when they
Right.
arrest the guy at the very end or the girl at the very end.
Right. Okay.
So that theory just went.
Yeah. That would suck. What a way to open it up.
Pop right out, home run right there. That was a great topic.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. No. Hey,
We're
that's what the
big
fun part is. Some of these are going to be really good, and some of them are going to really stink.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Is talking
Yeah.
about. I bet you someone's out there like, yeah, I still believe it.
I bet.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone's like, I believe it. I believe it.
I'll believe anything.
All right. So what's our
All right.
next one?
Rugrats. You know
Okay.
this one?
Now
Can you stop reading my computer?
I'm not reading that. I'm just looking that direction. I kind of watched the show. I wasn't a big Rugrats fan. I mean, I know the Chucky and the twins. I know who they are, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So if you
Yeah.
throw out names, I'm not going to be completely clueless.
Yeah, we're checking.
Nope.
We're having some issues with audio.
Uh oh.
I don't know how to fix it.
I love how she gives you the our Gail says, here, you put the earphone on, and if you have a problem, you got to fix it.
Well, she's like, move the wire around.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you-
And which one?
How's that? Did we do it any better?
No,
All right. Well, we'll just keep pushing on.
whatever.
Could be worse.
Just watch the lives. It's better.
Yes.
So, basically, the show is Angelica's mind. Like, babies aren't real.
Okay.
So, the babies were merely a product of the lonely girl's imagination. Angelica imagined her parents' friends having babies in order to have someone to play with. Chucky and his mother died, which is why the father is constantly a nervous wreck.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I can
I
see
can
that,
see this.
yeah.
I can see this. So,
Like
so far, we're doing
PTSD.
good. We're doing good here. This is a good one.
Right.
I can feel this one.
Tommy was a stillborn, and that's why the dad makes toys for this unborn kid. It makes me a little sad.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
You start crying, I'm out. I'm out.
And the DeVilles, the twins.
The twins. Okay, I know. Yep.
Philomel.
Yeah.
The mom had an abortion, and Angelica
Man, this
imagined.
is dark. Like, this is really dark.
Angelica didn't know the sex of the baby, obviously,
So
so
she-
she imagined a boy and a girl.
Okay, like this is
Yeah,
a
that
good
would
one.
make sense.
This is the one we should open up with.
Right.
This is the one we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going with this one. Okay. So this is all in her head
Mm-hmm.
that she. So this is like the neighborhood. So she lives in the neighborhood, if you will,
Yeah.
and then thinks that there's each family has a kid, so she's not alone.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense because the parents always leave them like in the thing
Right, because
by
the
themselves.
parent
Like,
there's
there's
like
no
random-
supervision on the
Right,
baby.
right, because
Right.
it's basically just her running around
Right.
by herself.
Right.
Oh yeah, now.
And didn't she? Well, I guess you don't really know the show, but I think she like told on.
Well, she always told on them, right?
Yeah.
Like try.
But,
It's
and
kind
then
of like
and then when the parents are coming, they're like, oh no, they're fine.
right, because they would.
Right.
It's like the Phineas and Ferb, where
Yeah.
the sister always tried to get them into. Okay,
That
now we're.
has a conspiracy.
Oh
theory
no,
too.
but
I
we're,
don't have that one on.
but-
Here. Yeah.
but that's the same thing when they come in to try. Oh yeah, now that's pretty solid. So is that why they don't grow up all those? Because they stay babies forever, pretty much. Was it?
Well, they have an all grown up show too.
Oh,
it's like the sequel to it, and like they're
so here's the question:
all grown up.
So the question is, so my question is, if it's all grown up, are they still in their head, in her head, all grown up?
I'm guessing, if that conspiracy theory is correct.
So you're an adult and you still have imaginary friends. That might be.
Well, maybe she has schizophrenia.
Ooh, that's a good. But then when that, yeah, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I'm buying this one. I think this is a good one. That's a solid one.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, yeah, you guys have to come out and give an opinion on that one because I think that's a good one. I believe that one.
Yeah,
I think that could be.
Solid
that's a solid one.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So it's all in her head. So
It's
she's
all in her
running
head.
around with the babies that there are no babies.
There are no babies.
It's dark though. Everyone has like a dark thing to it though.
Well, most conspiracies are dark.
Is like there's no like normal ones. We have to go to dark places.
Well, the next one's not.
Okay,
dark.
so let's go for the next one.
This theory is actually.
Oh gosh, this is spot on.
It's been confirmed.
Oh, Ian says it makes sense to him, so we're good. We're not the only.
Thanks,
so we
Ian.
got 3 votes here.
Good.
3 votes.
So this next one is the peddler in Aladdin is actually Genie. Have you seen Aladdin?
I did. That's my jam right there.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge Aladdin fan. So, okay, so the guy in the very beginning, the guy who's like chopping the French fries and stuff, Julian making French fries, and you're saying that's Genie.
That's
Well, that
Genie.
was the same voice.
Yeah.
Robin Williams does the same voice for that one and the Genie.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it could be.
Yep. It says.
So how does that really connect? Because he's the narrator in the beginning.
Yeah, because it says that it's actually Genie in human form.
Okay.
There's a dog like growling outside. I have ADHD. Viewers.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Sorry, dog. Viewers picked up on this after noticing the peddler had 4 fingers and was voiced by Robin Williams. Clements, which is the director of the movie, confirmed this is true and said that there was a scene planned where the peddler reveals himself to be Genie, but that it was cut for time in the movie.
But I'm fine with this. So what are you trying to say, that Genie's in the future, or is he telling the tale?
Genie's telling the tale.
He's just telling the tale.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. So he's free doing his own thing, and he's telling the tale. Well, that's not really that crazy, since the director really.
Confirmed.
How is this a conspiracy when the
the
director pretty much confirms this?
I thought it was good.
I know it really is a cool one. That is a cool one, but that's not really a conspiracy. It's not like the fan made.
Because it's been debunked.
Yeah, I think that's it. It got debunked.
Yeah.
But that makes sense because it was the voice, and it could be totally. It works for me.
Yeah.
I love that beginning. He's like, "Oh, can make Julian fries." That was the worst impression.
I should watch it again. You can get behind that one too.
Oh.
Cool. Good, because it's been confirmed.
It's been confirmed. He's like, I can agree. I can buy behind that one. Good, because that was actually.
It was true.
Jesse's taking the lead. So we have 1 strike, 1 confirmed,
and
1 home run.
Yeah.
No, the Rugrats was a home run. Come on, that was perfect.
The next one is Nemo.
Oh no,
Finding Nemo.
That's already a sad one at the beginning.
I know. It's basically a movie of him coming to terms that his wife died, and all of his kids died. So, Nemo actually means no one in Latin.
Okay. Oh God, this is
It's
so sad
saying
already.
that Marlin's son actually doesn't exist.
Okay. All right. Okay,
But
you got me here.
It's to come to terms with his wife.
So the big fish that eats them all. I don't know what kind of fish it was, but they eat all the eggs.
Yeah, I think Barracuda.
I don't think that was a bear. I know it was. I don't think it was. It was too long of a fish. Barracudas are short. That was like this giant fish.
Anyone know what fish that was?
Someone gonna Google. I'm sure someone will be like, "I'll Google that right now." I do this on the boutique page when I'll be like, have a bow that I'm selling. That I always seem to forget somebody's name on the Disney, and then someone's like, "Hold on, let me Google that," and then it's like, "It's Grandma, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And, whatever. But the fish eats them all.
Mm-hmm.
So why does the father?
Because he's going through grief.
So he's going through grief.
He's going through the 5 stages of grief. First,
So he
denial, when he
okay.
invents Nemo's egg after the rest of the family was killed.
All right. Okay. Now that makes sense.
So
Yep.
He pretends that there's another kid. Then anger. He freaks out whenever Nemo gets too far away from him.
Okay. All right.
When he goes to touch the butt.
Yeah. Touch the butt. Yep.
Bargaining, as he convinces Dory to join his quest and then puts up with her.
All right. We're doing a good job. You're laying this one out good
Right.
too. This is going to be another home run.
The 4th is despair, when he sees Nemo flush down the toilet.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. Yeah.
And then finally acceptance, as he is able to let Nemo go off on his own in the end.
So there's only one question. They made Dory,
Yeah.
with and Nemo's there.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's not there,
Well, it's mostly
how is it a part
Dory's
2?
thing. Well,
It's just the first one. We're just kind of
Yeah.
judging the first one.
yeah.
Like sequels don't really count because
Yeah.
it messes the whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you could really do that. You really could do that.
And Dory makes sense too, because she always forgets, and that's why she's a good friend to him. Like, she forgets what's going on.
So are you trying to say Dory's not real either? Like that's why he can just kind of, it makes her.
No, I think she's real, but I think because she forgets every time that, like, what they're doing, like what their goal is.
So he
that
doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to, like,
But he has
actually
to
come up with a kid at the end.
Okay. I got you. All right, I'm. Yeah, I'm.
A barracuda.
A barracuda. You said piranha.
I did not say piranha. What did I say? I said barracuda, didn't I?
Okay. I thought you said piranha. All right.
No.
Barracuda. Fair enough. Whatever.
All right, so
it ate it.
we agree with this one?
Yeah, that one is kind of crazy
really
though.
sad.
It is really sad. But
Finding
so
no
the
one?
but
Finding no one?
finding no one. But so he goes all the way to Sydney and then comes all the way back to basically go through his grief.
Yeah, that's his journey.
But it's real. So he really does these things though. Or is it all in his
He
mind?
might be alone.
He's just in his enemy.
That's okay. All right. Don't hurt yourself, kid.
I don't know. I'll buy that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's like the Rugrats. We got another home run there.
All right, cool.
All right. Do we got another one here? Or are we still gonna?
So, Friends.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Friends.
You know
All right.
Friends, right?
I know Friends. Yeah, I watch all the Friends. I didn't want to. I had girlfriends that made me watch Friends, but.
It's all in Phoebe's head.
Ooh. Okay. I need proof on this one.
As a homeless artist, she noticed a group having a good time in a coffee shop and placed herself in that group and giving backstories to them all, but in the entire series is just stories she's making up. It makes sense because she's like the abnormal one of the family. I mean, of the group.
Right. So you're saying she sits there and just watches these friends sit at the on the couch, get their coffee, and she just, as she's playing, just has a whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess, but you can almost do that with any story here.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I guess I can do it. I guess I can go with that one. That one's a little bit, because Phoebe's kind
I
of.
feel like I need more information.
Yeah, I nearly need more information on that one. That one's one of those things where, yeah, but Phoebe is so out there at times that I think their stories would have been way more out there instead of, like, Ross is so conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Joey, who's just like that Italian, hey, how you doing? Like playboy type of guy. Like everybody has their roles so strongly. I don't know if Phoebe, not that she's not smart enough, because I think she's a very smart lady in it, but she's kind of like a open mind, and it's just hard to think that she would put all these strong stereotype on each one of those characters and not have it be a little more, if you're best friends, usually have a lot in common with each other, not being so drastically different.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about each character, I don't know, did you watch Friends?
I did.
think about it. I mean, Joey and Chandler, we didn't even know what Chandler did for a job. I don't think we ever found out, besides that he worked in an office.
Yeah. I think that's
Like,
the extent of it.
like, and it came out with some stupid name for like accounting, da 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 da. And I was like, what's that? Like, you know, assistant, something, something.
Mm-hmm.
But he says I heard this one today. Yeah, no, I think I don't know. I just don't know if she's strong enough to have each one, and because I don't see her being such a strong stereotype person, being like, you know, because she was so free-minded of stuff like, you know. I mean, let's face it, she got pregnant with her brother's kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I don't know if I want. Remember that whole crazy story? Like, she didn't really want to give them up, and then she had crazy name. Like, she named them after all her friends. Remember, it was like Chandler. It was with Chandler Bing Jr. or something like that. And
Probably.
you don't remember that when she was pregnant?
I see them like all out of order too.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't watch it. Yeah.
Did you watch the
longer.
reunion? I didn't watch the reunion.
I don't really like
no.
when people come back.
You know what the
and
hard
stuff.
thing is? What the reunion I think about is when you're in your 20s, you live such a different life than when you live in your like 40s and 50s, and you grow. Even though you grow apart, you don't grow apart. Like, you know, you still have friends and you still see your friends, but you're not living next door. Like when they all moved away, and you know, Chandler and Monica had kids, and you know, and everybody kind of like, I don't want to say grew up, but aside having families and stuff, really kind of living life.
Right.
Not that you can still can't be friends, because obviously everyone has friends when you grow up. It's just not the same. You just can't drop everything and walk across and have drama. It's like, hey, my kid's sleeping. I'm staying home for the night. You know, like so I guess was she kind of just like woke up one day at 30, like, you know, like 40, like, okay, I'm done. You know, I'm done. Story's done.
Right.
I don't know. That one needs a little. It's not bad, but it needs a little more.
homework.
Yeah, someone needs to do a little more homework on that one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me and you. I mean, whoever came up with that one. Not buying that one.
They're all kind of dark.
They are dark. Like, what is up with this?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
We just saw. Sorry. Ian didn't catch the reunion either. Oh, but he did see the Fresh Prince. Oh, I did like that. That's a good show. I didn't watch the reunion. But that was a good show. I still, that whole when his dad leaves. Oh, I can't watch it. I still get a little teary. I'm a crier. I won't lie. I cry at TV show. I cry at the Flash. I cry at Flash. Like, I'm like, oh no. Literally, Shannon will be like, we're watching Flash. Why are you crying? This is like, I'm like, it's just sad. He's leaving the show. We just had someone leave the show, and I was like, no, he's been on since the beginning.
I hate watching shows that like so-and-so's whatever like got sick and died, or like has cancer now.
Oh, that's
like,
Shannon's favorite show.
I can't.
Yes, it's Shannon goes, he cries at everything. See, right under the bus. But she watches Grey's. She's fearless. Like Grey's, it's like literally every 5 minutes, like, you're dead. Oh, I just joined the show. No, you're dead now. Like and I'm like, I can't watch the show. She's like, why? And I'm like, I'll cry. I'm like, how can you cry? She's like, as soon as I know the character, I am a big sucker. I put myself in that. Like, I'm in there. Mm-hmm. I'm not really there, but I'm in there.
Yeah.
I watched The Good Doctor, and I've been a mess over that.
Yeah.
I've been like, ooh. And she's like, why are you crying? It's not real. And I'm like, but I'm there. I'm feeling it. I know this guy. And it's like, sucker. I'm a sucker. I'm so not manly.
That's okay.
That's all right. I'm in touch with my feminine side. That's all I was gonna say right there. I'm not embarrassed to say it, but yeah, Shannon will look over and right away, she'll look over to me because we're still on the same couch, watch like The Flash or Legends, and she'll look at me. She's like, "Really? No, you're not." And I'm like, nothing. And I'm like trying to like.
I cried at the last Toy Story.
Oh no! When they held hands, right before the garbage thing. when they all thought, no, I was
Yeah.
done. Nope. I was like, I paused
That was
the movie.
3. I think that was the
Yeah,
third one.
I don't even know. I see. It was so devastating. I was like, nope, not watching this
Well,
anymore.
the last one I cried because it was the last one.
Right, it was the last one.
And Tom
It
Hanks
was like,
like,
it was
"This is the last
waving
one."
at the end. They're
Yeah.
waving. Bo Peep and him are waving.
Mhm.
I'm like, I actually did cry because I think them all, after the garbage thing, everything, if they left functioning toys, that I was happy. Like, okay, everybody's going their ways. You know, everybody's in love and, you know, living life. It was that one with the garbage when they're like looking at each other and they like hold their little toy hands and I'm like, oh no. I'm so lame. That's okay because I know my I have friends probably watching this going, oh my god, why is he admitting this? I don't care. I don't care about that stuff because you know what? You watch a movie with me, you will look over and I'm like, no. I cry
When
at
an
Law and
animal
Order.
dies, can't do it.
Are you,
Like when you had to
are you kidding me?
like Marley and Me.
So are you?
I
one of
cry
those-
every freaking
So
time.
you don't care? Like, see, I cry animal. Like it doesn't matter. Like Homeward Bound, I cry. Like animal, human beings, anything.
No, human beings.
Like
I cry
I'm
too.
done. Like anything that's really sad, or that I've been close to that character the whole time, and something bad. I'm done. I'm done. I'm too invested because
You have that emotional connection.
yeah, I do because I always think like I do. All the shows I really enjoy. I will sit there and go, if I was there, what would I do? Like, what would I? 9 out of 10 times the shows I like, I'll go, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that, or I see why they do this, or you know, I understand. And so there's a piece of me who always feels that connection, and then it's like when the things bad happen, or I'm like, what would I do? And I'd be like, oh, this would be hard. I couldn't just say goodbye or what, you know. She watched that Graze. Like, I can't watch that. That's crazy. Like,
There's too much blood.
not even blood.
No.
Like, I watched that show. I did. I watched a long time ago, way before even Shannon and I were dating. I ended up watching it, and the whole time, like, I have a brain tumor. I have this. I have like, and then she comes out and she's like, I only have 3 seconds of memory. You know, like, and she's like, so how did the surgery do? It went fine. So how did the surgery do? I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. This girl went in thinking she was going to be A and it'll end up being B. I can't do it. Yeah, I know some things get like things draw you into it, and you invest in it, especially if it's a more than one season show. I mean, I think that's the job of it to make you
I hate
feel.
waiting for a new season. I'm like, I just want to watch it now. Why?
Well,
isn't
I
it
think
out
that's
yet?
everybody. Everybody wants
I
to
gotta
binge.
know. And then, like, don't you hate like when you watch like a really good show, and then they cancel it after like the first season,
Oh no!
like on a
that's
major
okay.
cliffhanger?
No, I all my geek friends I'm gonna let down right here. Yeah, I refuse to watch Grays with him. I will watch it with Shannon. I won't.
blame
She's like,
you.
come on. I'm like, I can't. You want to talk about? I'm gonna like everybody is going to hate me right now. They're gonna put up like the thumbs down there, or I mean, angry face. I've never watched Firefly. It's a geek
What is
thing. It's a geek thing. It's I don't even know how to explain it because it's just everyone says it's amazing. It's one season. They canceled it, and then they made a movie, which kind of ends it, but not really. I don't know I didn't watch it, but everyone says, "Well, it kind of ends it." I'm like, kind of ends it. No, I don't want to watch anything that's one season I know is going to end with me going, I want more, and then get like a TV movie where they tried to wrap it up. So like, I won't watch it. And
Yeah.
I have all my geek friends are like, oh, have you watched Firefly? And I'm like, yeah, it's on my list. And I'm like, no, I won't watch it. I won't, because it doesn't make sense to me to watch something and be like, this is the best thing in the world, and then can't see it. Like, that's it, one season. Like, it doesn't end that way.
Yeah.
Because it was meant to be more than one season. It was supposed to, and then it's like
We have
canceled.
a special guest,
Oh, hello, kitty. Hello.
Siren. Siren wanted to be part of the podcast. What's your input? Perfect.
I don't want to watch one season shows either. Yeah, no, I don't like. I do. Yeah, I go on like Netflix or I go watch TV shows that are like when I go judging things. if it's new and it has one season, I won't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah,
has
wait,
to have like
a couple.
it has to have like 2 or 3. And I think to myself, even if they cancel, I get my
Don't think about it.
my fill.
Don't think about it.
Oh, here it goes. Come on, go ahead, go right in front of the camera. The cat's gonna go right in front of the camera. Go ahead.
Anyone want a cat?
We have a perfect podcast when you can go live and the kitty cat's gonna go right in front of it. Go ahead. Oh no. Oh no.
She's gonna rub on you.
She's gonna rub on it. No, don't rub on it. Don't rub on it. You can walk in front of it. Just don't.
Siren, come on. Get down.
No, that's funny. Come on. And of course, you know the funniest thing is no one can see the cat.
No,
yet.
I know.
So,
You can-
now you can. Now you can see him. See her, right? It's a her, right?
Yeah.
No, but to be honest,
Siren, come on, get down. Just push her off.
I'm not gonna push a cat off. Like you think I'm a meanie? We just talked about me being like a softie, and you're like, oh, just
Push her off.
Come on. I'm sorry. I know I'm a bad guy. All right.
Thanks.
No, but it's getting a little hairy on your end. Yeah, we had a little visitor. Yeah, no, it has to be more than one season.
Yeah.
And I did watch. What did I just watch? I just watched something that was 5 seasons and it left in a cliffhanger and it's been 2 years and it hasn't come back and I'm like,
That's the worst.
oh, it's
and then
an
you look
anime,
it up like when are you coming out?
right? And it says should be coming out in 2, and I'm like, it is 2020. Why hasn't this come out yet? Or 2019? And I'm like, and then it's like, oh, well, of all the craziness going on, a lot of things shut down, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and it was an anime, so it's like, oh, come on. I was like, that's a stab in the eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I am. I can't. I have like annoyed. I get annoyed at that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I understand it's all about money. Netflix seems to be like getting stuff, canceling stuff, bringing stuff, and it's like,
If they just finish what they started,
yeah,
be
like
good.
why don't you just make a season and like end it,
Mm-hmm.
but have a little something that you can bring back. So if you don't bring it back, it's not the
Right.
end of the world.
Right.
Instead of leaving on such a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
But I was waiting for people to get mad because I haven't watched. Sorry, she's a pain.
She's a pain.
No, she's not a pain. She's just coming over and showing some love to the Goofy Geekers on my page, right? She's like, no, I'm a pain. Oh, you got another one?
Yeah, we got another one.
All right. Okay, let's go for the next one. Oh,
All
we're
right.
back. We're back.
Siren.
All right.
Oh my god.
Go ahead. Just ignore it. Just keep going. She's going to start rubbing in a few minutes.
So, have you seen Up?
Yes, I love Up. Even though it's very sad in the beginning, I cry in the very beginning of that one all the time.
Carl's dead.
Oh, I got bad words to say to you. What is wrong with you? You're killing me.
The entire time. He's dead.
All right.
Okay. His trip to Paradise Falls was his transition to the afterlife.
Okay.
Russell is an angel trying to earn his wings, aka the wilderness explorer.
All right. Yeah. No, this one's a good one. All right. And what's the dog?
Well, Charles Muntz, the guy who is
Yes.
the dog owner,
Yeah. Right.
he's the devil.
Oh. Okay.
And the dogs are all of his hell.
Like demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like the transition. Like he,
Okay,
he was
so
never alive.
He was. Well, no, he was alive,
Well, yeah,
but he passed on
He's dead in the movie.
after. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Now this is actually not that far fetched because this piece of land that
But
we
he
go
never
to.
gets to. He never gets to Paradise Falls. So does that mean he never?
But he does though.
No, he doesn't. The house does.
The house does.
But he
right.
doesn't.
But isn't the object of the story it's a dream. It's the picture. Like the house being on the property. It's like the goal.
The goal
Like
is
the
for
end.
him to live there with
Yeah,
Ellie.
but she's passed on.
So is he.
Okay, now hold on. Just give me a second here. Like I am talking. You just
I'm dogging.
Okay, smart one. All right. No, but isn't the dream about the house really being there? So if the house,
Well, I guess there was never like pictures of them in them.
right,
in
it's
there.
just the
So I
house
guess
that
it's
we
the
have.
house,
So the
yeah.
goal was, well, yeah, the goal is to live there.
Mhm.
Absolutely. to like someday to be retired to live here. And then I felt like the last, even though the dead theory makes perfect sense, but it also makes sense of it's the last man's dying like bucket list of like, because
he's supposed to be being sent to the home,
right? Because he's that. I always get the impression like he's the guy who likes his butter, like butter on his toast a certain way. Like he liked everything, you know. Ellie was the fire that made him do the things he didn't want to do. If you kind of catch my drift on that at all, like she was the one who would say, let's go fly a kite, let's go here, let's go, you know, and he'd be like, no, okay, and then was like, oh my god, why didn't I do this from the very beginning? This is amazing. So I always felt like that was like they were the opposites, and it was her fire that caught him on fire, if you will, to go live life much bigger. So I always took it like it was a bucket list thing of him just being like, this is what she would want, and not me sitting here and I have nothing to lose because everything's gone. That's how I always took that one, which is still dark. It's still dark in its own, where it's out of his comfort zone. And it's almost like I always think of like, I always wanted the scene in that where he would put on the hat like she had, like the navigator type of hat, like the you know, bomber hat, and just go out and was like almost embraced her personality and been like, this is what I should have done for the years that you were gone, but I haven't because let's face it, he opens the book and sees that last page, and then the fire starts. That's how I call it, the fire, the burning inside, the what am I doing in my life? So, which is still not the same theory, but it is like, it's still dark. Like it's a dark movie. That's how I took it as like he is doing this big hoopla for her, and when the house basically lands there, that was the whole dream. I don't know if the dream was really for her. I don't think the dream was the house really being there. It's the adventure to get there. So for him, I think that was the same moment that then when they're sitting at the end eating the ice cream, it's like, you know, life is really not A, B, C, D. E. It can be anything I want. I can go out there and challenge the world. Wow, we got super deep there.
Roller coaster. Who pins the badge on Russell at the end?
Wait a minute, what's that?
Well, they both died.
Oh.
So
yeah.
He would.
Well,
he crossed over.
So if he crossed over, if that's the theory, yeah, that's a good one. So if he crossed over, it'd be, I guess you would look at heaven as like a management type of deal, and then he's putting, you know, it on because he's already crossed over. He's in heaven. He made it, and now giving him.
Well, the pins are his wings. So like he helped him get there.
Right.
So yeah, it makes
that
so
makes
Carl
sense.
would still give it to. Well, I guess he could just grow him. I don't know how that works. I don't know how.
No, I think that would work fine for me. I have no problem with that one. That one kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Either way, you can look at it, but I like to think it's the bucket list.
Yeah.
Like a kid's bucket list where he's lived, because don't forget, he's lived in that house without her quite a few years already, and it's the whole when he finally opens that book and sees, like, this is what we were supposed to do, and I stopped because she's not here.
Yeah.
Instead of, I'm going to do this because that's what she would want me to do. I don't know. I think that's a great story because I always think that type of stuff. Like, if anything ever happens, I would like, you know, my girlfriend Shannon to, you know, go on to what we were going to do, even if I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Even if it was somebody else, I wouldn't have a problem. It's like you have goals for things, then I would want, you know, it's dark but true.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I looked at it. I don't know. How did you look at it when you watched it?
Well, just like I don't really like read into things. So.
You're not that person?
No.
I'm the crier, so I look into everything.
Well, like I just like even in school, like you know how you had to like read into books or whatever.
Reading comprehension.
Right. Like why do we have to like? Why can't it just guy means girl? You know.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Is it really gonna pull your phone out right now?
No, I was actually just looking at the time.
So our next one is Ariel and Hercules.
Oh.
They're cousins.
Okay, that's just gross. Now we're going to bad places. Because I know exactly what we're going to talk about. Go ahead. Not
What-
because
what are
I
we gonna
know
talk
that
about?
I don't know the theory, but if you think about during that time, there's a lot of like family and family stuff because all gods are kind of all related, but
Mhm.
then they're still the gods are making families. If you catch my drift. Now
Yeah.
I know Zeus is supposed to come down and like mortal women, if you will, but it's still a weird topic. So being cousins is not that far of a. I don't think it's that far of a theory. So let's hear what the evidence is.
So Ariel's dad is King Triton, who's
Right.
the Greek mythology son of Poseidon,
Right.
and Poseidon is Ariel's grandfather, obviously.
Right.
So Poseidon has two brothers, Hades and Zeus,
Right.
and Zeus is Hercules' dad,
Right.
so that would make them cousins.
Right. But I think again, yeah. Okay. But isn't Hercules' mom mortal? Wasn't she mortal? Or was she? I'm trying to think who was her father or mother. The mother of Hercules. Because for
Don't
some
remember.
reason I want to say she was mortal. Doesn't mean because that was what made him a demigod, and then he had to prove himself to become like a full god again, right? Or am I in the wrong story here? Because you did the research and I gotta throw it my way.
Well, I don't think he was.
Because I
think
know Zeus didn't all like a lot of his children weren't by the same mom, so there's a lot of like half mortal, half god type of thing, which we call demigods.
Mhm.
So then it would be kind of like a half cousin type of deal more than a real cousin with Ariel. And you're like,
But they're
wow,
still cousins.
they're still cousins. Yeah, I know they're still cousins, but half cousins really aren't that strong. No, that's strong. Well, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like they went dating. He
No.
lands up. Oh no, what's her name? What's the girl's name in Hercules?
Meg.
Meg. That's it.
Yeah.
He falls in love with her.
Mm-hmm. She's a mortal,
Yeah.
but he becomes
A god at the end.
yeah. But his powers are taken away, except for like one drop of him because of the little guys' names.
No clue. I don't remember.
Hades,
I know. The little
devil
minions.
guys.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna bug me.
I don't have a clue.
Pain and
Oh yeah. No clue.
oh my god.
Pain's the fat one, and then the tall, skinny one was something, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. I just did this.
Somebody tell me in the comments.
No, you laugh. We just did this with Cinderella. I remember Gus, and I couldn't remember the other one's name. And I was like, why is this so hard? I'm like, Shannon. And she's like, I don't remember it either. And it's Jack. Like, how easy is that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, no. Fear and pain. No.
Is it fear?
You look at me like,
I feel like it's a different word for fear.
okay. It's not on my face. I can tell you that. I have no clue. You
It's
can
gonna come through at the most
you can
random
keep
time.
you can keep looking at it. It's fine. The next topic you're gonna be like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's fine. That is fine with me. Too funny. You look at me like, say it.
It might be fear.
I'm going with fear. That's my guess. All right, that's
Anyone
my
know?
go. It's all right. I think people are just like,
They all
how
look
are
up. They're like,
people
"We
are
don't
like,
care."
you're like, this guy still cries and he hasn't watched Firefly. Someone needs to take his geek card away. It's funny. That's like, so I can see so many people get mad when they're like, we're taking your geek card away. I'm like, really? Because so they don't know that? Like, really? I don't know.
Okay.
It's fear.
All right, we're going to Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Are you reading these?
I am not reading. I swear to you.
You are looking straight
Oh my
at
God.
my computer.
I'm just looking that way.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually, you want to know the honest truth? I'm just looking at the clock to make sure we're not going over like, because this could be a 3-hour conversation.
We're at 44 minutes.
44
Okay.
minutes.
So Emily from Toy Story 2, which is Andy's mom,
Yes.
Oh, it's actually Andy's mom. Emily.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Jesse's taking the lead.
Oh my god, who put me in charge?
You,
I did.
You did. Hey, you're doing a good job. Be quiet. You're
So
doing a good
Emily is Jesse's owner.
job. Okay.
Jessie,
Yes.
the cowgirl.
Yes. The one who falls in the off the bed. With the remember in the very beginning
Yeah.
of her story, you find out like she grows up and then she falls in the back of the bed on the floor and then
She's donated.
right.
Yeah. So.
So you're saying that that's little girl in the beginning in that story is really Andy's mom. Well, I guess that timeline could.
When
You ever notice there's never a dad either?
There's only one parent in every
I know,
Disney movie.
I
They
know.
don't like the whole.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I did the single dad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, but I just find it interesting that a parent either has to die or
something bad has to happen for you to be amazing. Well, that's probably the problem there. I've grown up with two kids and I am not amazing. I mean, two parents and I'm not amazing.
All right, so Andy is playing with Woody in the original Toy Story. He's actually wearing Jesse's hat, not Woody's hat.
Yeah, because it's red. It's red, you're right.
It's Jesse's hat.
Okay.
He didn't inherit. Didn't he? Like, don't you think he inherited it from his mom?
I mean that's not real.
Because it's not Woody's hat.
Well,
why would he have Jesse's hat?
Right, but then the next question would be: is when Jesse comes, wouldn't the mom be? Oh my God, this is Jesse. I had one when I was a kid.
Yeah, but you don't really see the mom.
Yeah, I know.
So
Until
she could have said that.
She could have. No,
It's
you could have.
Not written in.
Not written in though. It's all those
That's
in
where
between
the
times.
conspiracy comes in.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going with this one. I'm feeling this one. Okay. Ian says you need to watch Firefly. See, everyone I know always gives me everyone always gives me grief about the Firefly. I'm telling you. Everyone's like, no, it's so good, but I'm just so anti it. Okay. So all right. So
Emily's childhood room was decor in the 1960s flower power. But Toy Story came out in 1995, which would make Emily in her 30s so perfect age.
So perfect age. Yeah, no, I totally line up with the whole could be the mother. I mean, it just makes sense, that little girl. Especially if you think about like my parents' generation, which if you think about 95, she was older than me, so my parents would be in her it's Howdy Doody. There was like big westerns, oh my gosh, there's like Gunsmoke. There's tons of westerns back in the day. So them having those toys / like mom having them and then passing them down is not that crazy. It's not. It makes sense. I don't know. Pass down your hat though. I don't know if you could pass down your hat though.
Well,
that'd be
if you wanted to keep something, maybe not the doll, but
right.
You can hang a hat up on the wall.
No, I know. Yeah,
I guess you can do that with a toy too.
Yeah. No, I know. That's not. I don't think that's super far fetched, but that's like a piece of the story we don't hear. So it's like, you can prove it left or right, I guess. So all right, I'll take that one.
All right.
I'll take that one. That's my. I'm going with that story, and I'm sticking with it.
This one's Tarzan and Beauty and the Beast.
How is that? Okay, all right, I'm listening.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. Just for the record, I've heard the conspiracy of Elsa and Tarzan. I've heard that one.
Elsa, Tarzan, and Little Mermaid. I think that's a big conspiracy theory.
Okay, I've somewhat heard that then. I haven't heard all that. But okay, let's hear the bell.
I could wrap it up real quick for you, or sum it up real quick.
You're in charge. Whatever's next is fine with me.
Okay.
If you want to wait for the next one, because I know this is more than a one podcast. This conspiracy.
Okay, we'll do it next time.
Okay.
Or next time we do one of these. So
it's every Sunday we do these.
No,
and then
I meant this topic.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna do them. We'll do the next one.
Okay.
Same thing.
So in the scene Tarzan where Turk is drumming on the tea set.
Okay.
It's Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Yes, it is. Yes, you're right.
So they say that it could be a heirloom passed down from great 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 grandmother Belle to Jane,
Okay.
and that
But so
that
Mike.
also explains why Jane likes wild guys. That's what they said. They put like the little.
No, so you didn't do the air quotes. You didn't do. Wow,
No, because it's like
guys.
the little squigglies.
Oh. But don't they change back? Like they don't like. So at the end, so I'm trying to think. At the end of Beauty and the Beast,
Mhm.
when Mrs. Potts and Chip and the others, I can go through the long list, all become human again. You do not see the Potts and you don't see
Yeah.
them there. You just see them change.
Mhm.
So the question is if there is no pots and pan, like Mrs. Potts there's no more pot. Like it's not like they separated.
Chip, not pan. There's no pan.
Well,
That's
no, they
tangled.
were. Did you not see when they say "Be our guest"? The pots and pans were dancing too. Everyone's dancing. Can you get in line here? Did you not watch the show? The feather dusters, the dressers, the pots, the pans.
Okay, but we're talking about Miss.
Okay. So let's go Chip. Okay, so let's just go with Chip because you're giving me the hard time. All right.
Well, maybe it's a different one. Like maybe there just
Oh,
so
so-
happens to be another
Okay.
Potts and
All right. Okay.
Chip.
All right. All right.
I feel like it's now that you say that, it's kind of like a stretch.
It is a stretch.
Yeah.
Because if it didn't
If
just
it didn't
transform,
hmm
I would have been like, if it was like, they're still there, and so did the person come. Like they separate, like they were
Yeah.
fused into one, or
Yeah.
some crazy story, and then all of a sudden, everything's still there.
hmm
So I just like to think. I do think about this though. This is we'll talk about my craziness. I just thought of this. Do you understand? At the end of Beauty and the Beast, their house is completely empty. Don't have any furniture.
Yeah. But hold on. The piano guy.
Everything's gone.
So he turns into the piano.
Right.
Now there's a piano again. So like.
No,
you're
it's
just
all
like,
gone. It's all gone. Everything. There's nothing in the house. It's all gone. Think about the. We just
Right,
talked about
right.
Chip becoming. So there's no.
So then there has to be another.
So that-
Mrs. Potts and Chip.
So there's nothing. At the end,
Yeah.
the house is completely empty because they don't have a
We got rid of
dresser.
all the other furniture.
They don't have- it was in storage.
lost.
It's all in storage in the back. So they were all bringing it up front now. They were.
Back it in.
They have one of those big tractor trailer back with all the furniture.
Oh my God, I'd hate to eat the horses.
Or those those pods. You know what I'm talking about? The giant pods. It's just the real furniture.
Right.
And then so can you picture everyone's bringing themselves into the
Right.
pod and like, oh, now we're it. And then at the end, the
And
whole house is completely empty.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
That's a whole cartoon thing that like is a stretch. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's a stretch. The whole furniture would be, it's empty. The whole
Yeah.
thing.
It's just,
I just thought of
empty.
something. Wait a minute. Wouldn't that be horrible if you broke something?
you broke a person.
Yeah,
Is that killing someone?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if you drop like Chip, not purposely, but you're washing
So
them.
wait.
I
Is
know.
Hold on. Is Chip? Does he have a little chip in it? Like, is that like his? Like, why is he broken?
Yeah.
Because like his childhood is over at that point.
So
You know?
So I don't want to go into anything super bad. So like, is his tooth chipped or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like if you break you obviously do harm to yourself. And you're looking at me like you have I don't have answers. I know you're looking at me like I want to have answers, but I have no answers. I
So
think
Chip is broken in somehow,
yeah, he's broken.
like emotionally, physically.
Yeah, because has a chip.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I couldn't understand if he's like Tiny Tim and like needed a crutch or something, but like he's a perfectly normal kid.
but we don't know though. We don't know if he's a perfectly normal.
It's got to be emotional then.
We don't know
He's
if he's
emotionally
normal.
broken.
We don't even see him smile at the end. He might just
Yes,
have
he
a
does.
chip. He might just have a chip
You watch
tooth.
a live action?
I did, but I didn't pay attention. Like I didn't see. Now I would watch things much differently
Yeah.
because I still have a hard time. Is if like Lemire is like burning himself, who keeps putting new candles in there?
Right.
See, these are things why adults shouldn't be watching
Mhm.
cartoons because we put too much logic in it.
Yeah, his tooth was chipped.
His
Oh, it
tooth was. Oh yeah, see, I was right. Thank
Or
you.
one was missing, I think.
Ah, see, Ian comes
Mhm.
to my side. Thank you, Ian. Ian, I'm glad you're probably the only one watching, but I appreciate you coming to my
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
TikTok. You know,
TED.
oh,
TED Talk.
yo, what? What did you just say?
You don't know what a TED Talk is?
No, what's a TED Talk?
It's like this whole like inspirational thing.
You do know you're like 20 years younger than I am. I'm an old man.
You know that TED Talks have been around for many
No.
years.
No, I don't know. I am really that uncool. I just told you I didn't watch Firefly.
Okay. I haven't watched it either.
But
So
you
I
know
don't
what
know your
day?
point.
You are clear, cooler than me.
Am I?
Clearly.
They're not all that great. So our next one is the Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay.
Timmy's on antidepressants.
Okay. Yeah.
I can believe this.
I can believe that. Because the fairies really don't really do anything super crazy. I mean, they do, but it could all be in his head.
Hmm.
That's really
So
not
they
that
both arrive the night that Vicky comes and starts babysitting him.
Right.
And Vicky's like this.
Well, trauma.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm. They showed up during a period of stress and problems in his life. The doom and gloom up in his room is broken instantly when he's prescribed a regimen of antidepressants. Cosmo is Zoloft, which makes you more giddy and excitable, which explains his personality.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm with you so far here.
And Wanda is Prozac, which is like...
So the question is
the
one a
thing that
green
gets you
pill,
down.
one a pink pill? Because if it was, that would be perfect. That would be spot on.
Anyone take those? Let us know.
If it's
We all
pink
look
and
up the
green.
pills.
You ever seen that meme where it's a Tic Tac and someone picks it? I mean, I'm not Tic Tac. It says Pez, but they pick it up wrong, and they're like, "Have you ever seen this pill? It's Z,
Yeah.
A." They're like, "I don't know what this is," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I always think of that one when people talk about pills. Like, "Oh, I gotta look this up. I just found this on the floor," and it's like, "It's Pez, you knuckle." How do you not
Also,
know?
it's on the floor. Throw it away.
Well, if you gotta find a weird pill, you gotta know if it's anything good before you throw it away.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. Be like, I can feel my teeth.
So, let's move
Move along.
on. The parallels continue on occasions when Timmy abuses magic, overusing it to the point where he becomes bored, and no matter how much he uses it, he builds up too much of a tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
He's also gone through episodes where he breaks his dependence on magic, finding that he can't even perform a single task without
That's
it.
true. That's true. Because at one point I actually watched most of this.
Yeah.
That's true. He really does have a problem with it, and that's his biggest fear is to lose Wanda. And
And it makes sense with what's the teacher's name?
oh no, I love him. It's the guy who was like very godparents, and
Yeah.
I know I can't think of his name. I love that guy. So
But
you're
it
saying
makes sense with him because he's going through withdrawals.
oh, because he used to have one.
Yeah.
That's right. He used to have a fairy guy.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? That's a good call on that one. Wow. All right. Well, yeah, because then he's. But all right. So Vicky is his. So do you think Vicky like basically abused him in some way, mentally, physically, whatever, and
The way
then
she acts, definitely.
right? Well, she's mean, but I'm talking about like really abuses him for him to
Probably.
be beyond this.
Well, they.
And the
she
parents
comes
don't
the same
care.
time.
And parents don't care, and they keep babies.
Yeah. Well, they probably don't believe him
Oh, I gotcha.
because
All right, yeah,
now
yeah,
he's
yeah.
on all these
Right.
different drugs.
Okay. No, okay. I'm still going on this one. Again, I'm still going on. You still
Mhm.
got me. All right. So you're saying that. Now, the question is at the end he does give up the fairies though, but he's also has to give up because he's a certain age. So does he? I see.
So maybe he grows out of.
Does he grow out of the trauma? Like he grows up?
Maybe.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he moves past it, so he doesn't need to take the drug anymore, or the two drugs, and so he becomes a stronger young adult and moves on.
But then Cosmo and Wanda have a baby. So what is he? Poof poof.
I just think.
And then is the what are like the anti-fairies? Like, are they like his depression fighting his meds? Is that what that is?
Well, I kind of think of it as if he's in a happy place, if you will. Like, again, the whole theory, it's like like going back to the Rugrats. It's all like I said from the very beginning, this could be any story. Or Phoebe from Friends. It's all in your mind. If it's all in your mind, I mean, this is the same theory I heard about Batman. Is Batman in a sane asylum, and is all these characters people that he has to deal with in the sane asylum, but he's just picturing he's Batman, a good guy, running around in a cape doing all these things, but he's not. It's all the medication and his imagination. It's almost the same theory. Like, it's one of those, if it's all in your head, you can make it whatever you want. So let's face it, no parent or adult can see the fairy godparent. So technically I believe I posted it, that there's a meme where it's a long paragraph about Batman, about it being in a sane asylum, and that after his parents dying, he basically snaps. And then, it's, this person's this guy's, it breaks it all down. I don't remember it, and I don't have it right in front of me, unfortunately. But isn't that the same thing? Like, parents can't see, no adult can see fairy godparents, so clearly can be all in his head. For all these crazy wishes, all in his head. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, it's never I want to be like something that really can change everything. I mean, it does, but then it goes right back to normal again. It never has that. Like, you want to talk about real conspiracy thing, and I want to just throw this out. This is mine. Is how the heck in Dexter laboratory does this guy have a laboratory that sucks electricity, makes tons of noise, and parents don't hear any of this? Like, those are the questions.
There's a conspiracy theory on him, and I don't remember what it is.
And it's like, I'll
have it for next time.
How is this kid basically hit the button, his whole room, and like underneath the house is like a giant laboratory with tons of robots, tons of things. Like,
the parents don't know.
And then you don't hear any noise, but you can hear a firework that's like 3 miles away from you, like in a normal house. And and it's like, oh, it's soundproof, it's and we always go back as adults.
It can only be so
like it's it's like, well, it's a cartoon. I remember there was an episode, which one of my favorite, and was when he takes the stuff to get older to date a girl. And it's like, well, how would you not notice your son was now 16 instead of not like 8 years old?
Right.
Like, how do you go from A to B? Where, again, the same theory, go back to the fairy godparents, when he makes wishes, they're short wishes usually. They're not forever. So it's not like he's...
Well, they have the rule book.
Right, they have the rule book. And so the rule book is basically keeping him in check in his own mind.
Right. Fighting his demons.
Right, of keeping like, you can't go past this line, because if you go past it, then reality's going to come and smack you in the face, and then you're going to realize that it's really just two fish in a bowl. It's really just two... Right. It's so stupid, but that's kind of what imagination is. I mean, most of the people who... I don't know. Again, I know I talked about this in our first podcast, but like, I'm a comic book fan. But it's, if you sit down and read comics, or you read you see something on TV, or you read a book, it's basically our traits from most of us as human beings, whatever our traits are, because there's tons of them, and put into certain situations or fantasy situations, and how would you deal with them? But it still has to be that reality of how you deal with things like I always think like if I'm in the situation, like what would I do? You know, like it's funny we talked. It's funny. I posted this a couple of days ago on the Goofy Geek page about bringing back the old cartoon of Dungeons and Dragons. I know you probably never watched that, but it was about these kids on a roller coaster ride going through this like rundown, really bad amusement park, and then they go on the Dungeons and Dragons ride and they get teleported and they get traveled to Dungeons and Dragons, and then they all each have like, you know, a weapon, you know, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And I always think to myself, like, how would a normal kid do this? Great example I always thought about is The Goonies. Like, I love that movie. That's my favorite movie, but I always think about how would kids, like, you can't do that now. Kids can't do that now. Kids would never just be like we didn't have phones back then. We rode our bikes for miles. We did, like, we could go on all day and our parents would have been like, yeah, okay.
Right.
Where I don't think our society now, your kid could leave at 6 o'clock in the morning and not be home until 9 o'clock at night, and no one being like,
where are you?
well, I'm sure there's towns and I'm sure there's places in America and then places throughout the world that are like that. But I'm talking about the majority of the world now has changed, where you have a cell phone, it'd be like, beep, 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 what are you doing? Kids going down water slides, looking for treasure. Like, you just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't think so. I think some kids would be like, yeah, that's not real.
Yeah.
Where these kids were like, hey, it might be, so let's try it. I just think you like, yeah, I'm not pedaling. I'm no, it's 2 miles away. Nah, that's all right. It can stay there.
Call me out like that.
Yeah, I know. Like, Stand By Me. That's a good one too. I don't know. I just don't see kids. I'm not saying kids don't, and I'm not trying to say everywhere, but I'm just saying majority of kids that I see that just they're gamers or they're like in front of their phones. They'll never know what that feels like to pack up with 4 friends and go walk. I mean, I've walked down train tracks. I've packed up stuff and gone camping, and everyone goes, where are you going? We're going camping, and you're walking, you know, from A to B, which is nothing, but it's still, I mean, I'll talk about how silly it is in our area. You know, I know people around in different places won't recognize it, but you know where BJ's is wholesale in Middletown. That used to be a bowling alley, and about 4 of us guys used to walk from Portsmouth all the way there. That's a long way, but the 4 of us would go every Monday and just talk, and we'd just talk about crazy stuff, just whatever, life, and you know, it wasn't about phones because we didn't have any phones back then. I remember I graduated in '94, so we're talking way before phones. And that was the fun part, was the adventure. It's the same thing with Up. It's kind of like the adventure was the treasure,
right?
Not the actual like getting there. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like a my generation thing. Not saying everybody. I know. I'm sure it's someplace in Texas or something is going, no, we go ride our bikes for 5 miles or something, or they'll go.
We have a lot of like helicopter parents too.
Yeah, we do.
What are you doing now?
Right. And I'm sure
do that.
And there's still parents like my parent, or like it's a bit different now. The world is different now. I like to say the world's different because we knew there were scary things out there, but it wasn't in your face 24/7. Now it's in your face 24/7, which makes people scared. I mean, I'm a dad. I'm scared all the time. My kid goes out, and I just kind of say, just got to have a little trust. I mean, you know, it's a two-way street. It's scary out there.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing with that situation, though.
Yeah.
No, I just don't think... I think when it's all in your head, it keeps it, like... The imagination of these stories are this little boy having imaginary fairies, but it has to somewhat be realistic. So there has to be rules that it can't just be absolutely great. That's why the parents are always clueless, because it never really happens.
Right.
Because if it really happened, then the parent would be, why is there, you know, why is there
an elephant in the room?
Right.
Why is there...
Right. At least that's how I think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's class of 98. Yeah, I'm class of 94 here. That's how old I am. And then you're much younger than me.
I'm 2017.
2017. Thank you.
So
All right.
Do you want to stop it here?
Yeah, why don't we stop it here? And then our next one will be next Sunday. Or Tuesday if you listen to us on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if you're listening to this on YouTube and you want to come watch us, we're on the Goofy Geek page on Sundays at 6, Eastern time, right?
Yep.
Thanks for the yep. That was shoot right there. No, I'm only poking fun.
6 p.m. Eastern, right here. Every
With
week.
our awesome sign behind us.
Yes.
And you're a goober. So if you wanna come next time, you can see our live. You can. Ian, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And Kelsey says bye. You already said she said bye to us twice.
No, she didn't. Oh, here.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, she didn't.
Yeah, she buyed at the door when she left the house.
She likes to leave every time we start this. She's
Yes.
like, nah, I don't want to be part of it.
No, I think she likes to just watch it and go, look at these goobers.
Right. She's pretends it's in the background, but doesn't really say.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it looks like it's over. Bye. Like it's sitting on the
sorry,
armrest.
competent. It's coming up. All right, bye.
It's almost an hour. Click. All right.
Still going.
These people are talking about TV. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday for this live on YouTube, or you can follow us.
She's been watching for like 20 minutes.
You can
We've
watch.
been going for like over an hour.
Oh, I just got 20 minutes of the good stuff.
Oh, happy Father's Day to all the dads out
yes.
there and dad figures. And,
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this on Tuesday, happy belated
Belated.
Father's
Still
Day.
same thing. Fathers, moms that are dads, dads that are moms.
Mhm.
If you're a parent, I just almost Father's and Mother Days is almost Parent Day.
Right.
It really is. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Remember, follow us on the Goofy Geek. Remember, you have to. We're sponsored by the Goofy Geek Boutique. Can't forget that. You can check me. I did a live over there Saturday night. It was very funny. So if you want to go check it out and laugh at me, obviously we sell things on the page, but if it was really funny. And all right, guys. So we'll talk to you later. All right.
See you later.
Bye.